Good morning, family, and welcome to today's Lessons for Life. Today is Wednesday, March 25th, 2009, and today we're reading in Deuteronomy chapter 24. And there's really a lot in this chapter. As always, I encourage you to read it through for yourself because I really can't touch on everything. Just a small portion of this particular chapter, especially. So, you read it for yourself. The emails we'll put on the blog. But the first portion of this chapter is really where I was going to pull Lessons for Life from as soon as I started reading. And it's talking here about a man, and when he's displeased with his wife, and he's supposed to give her a bill of divorcement. And one thing I thought about when I was reading this, if you've been watching Lessons for Life, I'm very, big on having the proper order in the household, where the husband is the one that is the head of the household, and he bans the house. He's the one that keeps that house together. And it says here that if the husband is pleased with the wife, not really for the wife to come to the husband and say, I'm not happy or such and such. It's for the husband to come to the point where he says, it's not working, or I'm not pleased with whatever, and give her a bill of divorcement. Now, one of the things I think about that, this is the scriptures, or these scriptures here saying things that the Lord is saying, I guess, is allowable to the children of Israel. But as I said before, if the husband is the one that is banning the house, and he's the one that's really supposed to be responsible for keeping that household together, keeping that marriage together, that family together. So by him coming to that decision that he's going to do that or say that, then he's really saying that he has failed at banning the house. And personally, I don't prescribe to that, because it's saying that you failed, and you have to take back, you made a vow before God and before a whole bunch of other people that, you love till death do you part. And by saying now that you have to get divorced, it's saying that, you failed at this particular assignment of you banning the house. And I'd say that every marriage, or, not say marriage is always rosy and perfect, because you have, some bad days, and you have hopefully much more good days. But to come to that point where the husband has to say that it's not working, and I need to have a separate or divorce, then that's a failure in my how I view it. So like I said, the scripture here is saying that it's allowable, but personally I don't really entertain that or consider that even an option. But one thing I see, even after you read these first couple of verses, that the Lord gives us kind of a key, or something that we can use, that we don't even have to get to those first 4 verses. He says that if a man takes on a wife, he's supposed to not go to war or be involved with any other business or have any other really duties for that first year. And I believe that is a very important, a critical time in the marriage, where the husband and wife are really getting to know each other and see how to function as one. Because even if they've been together for a while before, it's a big difference when you get married and you're actually functioning as one. So this is really, like I said, it's a key for us to not even get into that first part of this chapter, but to get our marriage started off to the right foot. So when you guys get older and you get married and your children get married and so forth, this is something that you can definitely practice insofar as having that time, that first year especially, of really dedicating yourselves to each other. And as it says, the husband's supposed to please the wife. So one thing I'll give something that we use even in our own marriage, because honestly I didn't even know about the scripture when we first got married, but there was something that Mommy and I had done, or we had talked about as we got married, and something that we've carried through even to this day, that we had decided we're not going to put a television in our bedroom. And one reason for that was because when you have a TV in the bedroom, then it kind of takes away from that time that you have spending together, even talking, and just spending that quality time together, because then now you start watching TV and focusing on TV and stuff and things like that. So like I said, that is something that we practice, and that's something that we do even to this day. And I believe 7 children going on 8, it's worked out pretty well for us. So that is a key that we can give you just as a start. Like I said, there's a lot of different things that's involved with making a successful marriage, but by getting that time to talk to each other and to communicate and spend that time and focus on each other, like this scripture is even saying for that first year, is definitely starting off on a good foot. So that's what I wanted to share for Lessons for Life, the first portion, but really mostly that second part about how to get your marriage off to a good start, because marriage can really help you to grow and to develop and mature and to even mature spiritually, and it could be the best thing that happens to you. But if you don't do the right thing, and if it's not done the right way, there can also be one of the most devastating experiences, I guess, that you go through. So that's why I wanted to really share for Lessons for Life how to get that marriage off to right start, as we see in the scriptures here. But like I said, there's other stuff you can read in this chapter and see for yourself, and email us. Like I said, we'll put it on the blog. And with that, create yourself a wonderfully blessed day today, and we'll talk again tomorrow.